And good morning is 7:04 on this Monday, November 21st. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Dynamite, dynamite, when Vandy starts to fly.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Well, this week I'm going to sing the whole thing next week. That's for MJ this morning. She went to the Vandy, Florida game. A little bit impressed with the Commodores, I think. Anyway, they managed to win. They actually won 2 SEC games in a row and faced Tennessee this Saturday night in Nashville. Okay, enough of that. T.R. Kirby's here. We're going to talk about Absolute Kubota this morning, 1506 West Main in Lebanon. You'll find those Kubota tractors, hay equipment, zero-turn mowers, and RTVs, everything from weed eaters to hay balers.
Yes, sir, and everything in between.
You doing okay?
Yes, sir. How about yourself?
Cool side.
Yes, sir. Of course, it's cold weather. Good time for a cab tractor if you're going to get out and do some work. Definitely get in that heating and air conditioning.
That is such a great thing. And we've never talked really about that, but it's great for the summer when they're air conditioned, but in the winter you've got heat. And you can do a lot, well, you can enjoy work a lot more, not get so cold or so hot.
Yes, sir, you can. And then they have vent windows in them too if you just want some fresh air and don't want to run the AC or the heat, and it's a nice cool day outside and you're enjoying the weather, you can open up the windows as well.
You have people, no doubt, who come in and take a look at that.
Yes, sir. People, a lot of times people don't think about allergies. Those cabs help keep the allergens out. So if you're allergic to a certain grass or something, they help keep it out. It's not 100%, but they let some people enjoy the outdoors while not physically being outdoors.
Well, it's almost strange we're talking about that here, but not in a way, because if you got work to do outdoors and it's cold, that's certainly wonderful, a blessing to have those. And I'll bet you this is a time of year some people will buy because of tax purposes and maybe because of the interest rates you have.
Correct. Still 0% financing going on, and your year-end tax write-offs come in. See what we can help you with there. We got anything from weed eaters to hay balers, anything from a small zero-turn lawnmower up to a 140 horsepower tractor.
Well, we all know this Thursday's Thanksgiving. I think you're going to be closed that day. Is that the only day?
We'll be closed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh.
And then we'll be closed for the Saturday for the rest of the year until the first weekend in February.
All right. So you're going to work Wednesday and be off till next Monday.
Yes, sir. That's a first for us, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, how about that? Well, you'll leave Black Friday for all the retailers, I guess.
Yes, sir. If you, of course, you can contact us on Monday or text in there through Wednesday, and then if you want to come look at something, just text in, and we'll make sure we got what you need.
Well, I think during the winter months, your Saturday traffic has probably been less, and that's the reason to have the doors closed on that day from now till next spring.
It is, yes, sir. We do have that text service if you, during an emergency, if something is in dire need, just text into that number and we can see if we can help you out.
Well, we haven't talked much about RTVs this morning, and they're a popular item year-round, but I guess especially at this time.
They are, yes, sir. People getting out in those snowy conditions. They have a fully cab model of that unit as well called RTV X1100. It's got cab heating and air. It's a diesel 3-cylinder, and a lot of farmers use it for feeding cattle because they're out of the weather and they can do it more efficiently.
Well, I don't think you're living on a farm right now, but you have, and you know all about it. Have you ever used an RTV in that way?
Yes, sir, I have. During the summertime, it's like that. That's the first thing we get out. We pull up in our truck, and there goes the RTV getting fired up because we're going to use it for something that day. Even a lot of time, it's a chauffeur vehicle. If we got to move tractors, go down the road to a different farm, or just haul tools and supplies. That's what I found probably the most useful, is it being a personnel carrier and moving tools back and forth.
And what about maybe carrying a deer home?
Yeah, yes, sir. That too. It's really helpful. Then it beats dragging it through the woods. I'll tell you that.
And you've done a little bit of that too,
Yeah,
probably.
yes, sir. We have.
You are a country boy.
Yeah, yes, sir. I have killed a few deer in my day. It's just it's good weather for it right now, and that's another great task for that RTV.
Thinking I saw where the season just opened.
The rifle season opened up over the weekend.
Okay. Well, that RTV would be wonderful if you can go slay some deer.
Yes, sir.
Well, again, you will be open through Wednesday and then closed till next Monday, unless it's an emergency. You'll have
Yes, sir.
somebody out in that situation. But just keep in mind, they got everything from weed eaters to hay balers, the Kubota tractors, hay equipment, zero-turn mowers, RTVs, all at Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. T.R. Kirby, have a great weekend, a great Thanksgiving, and will you be back here next Monday?
No, that would be Don next Monday.
Don will be
Yes,
here
sir.
next Monday. All right. Well,
Come see us Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, and we're off Saturdays now.
all right. Well, we'll see you next time, whenever that is.
All right. Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Well, that's it for Absolute Kubota. We're 10 after the hour, and Mike Scalf is my guest this morning, the Dancing Lights of Christmas. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
Good to see you again. You were here last year and maybe some other times. And I think we talked quite a bit last year about this endeavor of yours. I'm thinking we talked a little bit about how it got started and so on, and I don't remember all the details. But how long have you been doing this?
We've been doing this for 14 years now.
Where did it start?
We started in Nashville, actually. Me and my partner started in Atlanta, Georgia, and Nashville at the same time. And of course, we moved out of Nashville almost 6 years ago. This is the 6th year we moved out here to the Ag Center.
Well, I guess it's been working for you because you keep coming back.
Yeah, we keep coming back. I'll tell you, the folks at the Ag Center, Quint Smith and his bunch are just extremely great to work with. If you need anything at all, they're on top of it. The city of Lebanon, the county themselves, everybody's been super good over here, and it's a much more business-friendly environment found out here in Wilson County than where we were. So we're happy with it.
How did you come up with this idea years ago?
Well, to be honest with you, it was kind of a fluke, if you will. A gentleman we knew was doing a small scale, similar kind of thing, but on a small scale to supplement a summer business he had. And me and my partner kind of thought, well, hey, if you took that to a big city and made it really big, maybe something folks wanted to see, and turns out it was. And so we kind of just on a whim started, and 14 years later, here we are.
So this is your 14th year to do that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I suppose you change it some. It's not the same as it was when it started.
Oh, no. It's totally different. It's not a total change every year, but the cool thing with our show is we can add displays, we can add music, we can add a lot of lights, we can add a lot of stuff to change it. But where our show is synchronized to music, makes it unique from most other events you go to. So if we simply change a couple of the songs in the play list, then it completely changes the show. Mm-hmm. So one Christmas tree can do, thousands of different things. So we try to add new music each year, which this year we added probably the most new music we've added in years. So if you've been before and you come back, it's definitely going to look different to you this year.
All right, this is at the James E. Ward Ag Center, the fairgrounds. You cover quite a bit of territory out there in the expanse of this, right?
Yeah, we take up a good chunk of the grounds for sure. The route itself is about 2.5 miles long that you drive through. Then, of course, we have our Santa Village, which is a super place for kids. It's basically a giant circus tent. It's set up kind of where the midway is for the fair. I think most folks know where that is, and we take a good chunk of that as well for Santa and all his kids' activities. And we've even got a helicopter over there this year where you can do a helicopter tour over the lights, which is kind of unique.
Oh, wow. All right, now this is open. When did you open? You remember?
Yeah, we opened on the 11th this year, Veterans Day, and we opened then, and we'll be open till January 1st. And we're open on every holiday. We're open till at 5 o'clock. And we're there every day, rain or shine.
Okay, now you pay by the car?
Yes, sir. It's a per car charge, which is something we're kind of trying to talk about more this year due to inflation. Everything's just really expensive this year, and a lot of the other events you can go to are $25, $30, $40 per person. and we're just $30 per vehicle. So cram as many people you can in the bed of your truck or in your vehicle, put them in the trunk, wherever you can get them, and come on over, and it'll just be one flat charge of $30 for your whole family and friends.
Is there any time this is not open between now and January 1st?
No, sir.
Every day.
We work every holiday. We'd like to take a few off, but that's a time when a lot of folks can come, so we open every single day.
All right, a couple of questions. We'll go to a break. How much, you said it's $30 for a vehicle.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
About how long is the average person take to tour that?
That varies quite a bit depending on the crowd, of course. The busier it is, the slower the line goes, but typically a good average is about 30 to 35 minutes once you get into the lights, and then, of course, you can stay at Santa's Village as long as you like.
Well, I forgot what the other question was. I'll think of when we come back. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the road. Excuse me. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. It's all brought to you by our friends at Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $49.95 up to 5 quarts oil, tax and disposal, tire rotation, safety check too. 1673 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. They're trying to clear up this wreck that's causing a problem out here on 24 westbound. It's going to be right at Hickory Hollow Parkway. It's really aggravating that traffic on 24 coming in from Rutherford County right now. Again, 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. It is just crawling up through there. It's also slow due to some flashing lights over here on 65 southbound just before you get down to Trinity Lane. Nash Painting services all of Middle Tennessee. Check them out online at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Exmark builds mowers that deliver a perfect cut in less time. Because we believe what you get out of your lawn, not your mower, is what matters most.
Find signature cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark's Laser Z is the zero-turn more landscape pros trust. Find attractive financing and the Exmark that's right for you at Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main in Lebanon.
Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life.
Hi, I'm Mark Hinesley, president of the Mount Juliet Chamber of Commerce. What are your favorite small businesses or restaurants in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Watertown? tncommunity.com can give you local places for all of your shopping needs this season.
Hi, I'm Melanie Minter, president and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce, and I invite everyone to visit the website tncommunity.com. If you're a business in Wilson County, we want to promote you. If you're a consumer in Wilson County, we encourage you to shop, eat, and play all day, every day.
9 local banks join forces again by partnering with all 3 chambers and plan to execute the TN Community Initiative, encouraging you to shop small businesses.
Please choose which participating businesses you want to support. Check out Shop, Eat, and Play businesses in Lebanon,
Mount Juliet,
and Watertown.
Every business was a small business. Let's support our community by coming together to support our friends and neighbors. Pick up your bucks at any participating bank location. For more information regarding the TN Community Initiative, call any Chamber of Commerce in Wilson County.
Of Christmas out at the Ag Center. That's what we're talking about this morning. Started, this is your 14th year to do this, and the 6th right here at the Ag Center in Lebanon, the fairgrounds.
That's correct, yes, sir.
And you were telling us you took the idea, you thought if you went to a larger city, you would attract a lot of attention, and it has worked. But you found out that it works better here in Lebanon, and let all those people in Davidson and surrounding counties come here instead of doing what you were doing in Davidson.
Yeah, we're kind of giggling a little bit, but that is true. It works better out here. We have more room for our guests. We have more room for the show. And like I said a minute ago, the county, the city, the board over there at the Ag Center. They're all just super easy to work with and act like they want you to be here. And that's something you don't really get, where we used to be. So it was a great move for us.
A lot of different things can happen, and probably a lot of them happen to you. If it's pouring down rain, or if it's snowing like it was in Buffalo last week,
Let's hope we
you
don't
probably
get that.
got to shut down. But for the most part, if you've been able to stay open all these times.
Yeah, I don't think there's been one night since we've been here in Lebanon that we've had to close due to weather. The show runs pretty well. Fortunately, we don't get that feet of snow that they got up north, and so if we get an inch or two or three, it's no problem. Show runs really good in the rain, and a lot of people don't realize in the rain it's actually a prettier show because you got water everywhere, which then you've got lots of reflections and things from the lights, water on the ground and stuff that you don't really get when it's dry. So the show's really prettier in the rain.
Okay, so really, unless it's raining cats and dogs, as we say, that would be a good time even to see it. I hadn't thought about that.
It's a great time because it does throughout the park. It really, all the colors reflect in different ways that you wouldn't think about. And it does. The crowds are lighter when it is drizzling. In a monsoon, you're right, it's not the best time. But if it's just a light rain or raining on and off, the crowd's much smaller. So you get that advantage. Plus, like I said, the look of the show is totally different, and the lights seem brighter, and it's just an all around good experience.
$30 per car. And what time do you open? That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, we open at 5.
Okay.
And we're there till 10 through the week. We're there till 11 Friday and Saturday. And we do that every single day, even on the holidays. We keep the same hours.
So 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir, 5 o'clock.
And you pretty much take your time going through, but now you do have the flow of traffic, right? So you can't just stop.
No, if you want to stop and snap a quick photo or something like that, of course that's totally welcome. But we do try to keep the wheels moving, is the way we say it. As long as their wheels are moving, they're free to go. Just take their time through the show and enjoy it.
Well, Mike, there are all kind of people in the world, and sometimes a troublemaker may come along. Have you had much problem as far as policing or crowd control or any real problems from the people who come?
No, not really. None to speak of. Obviously, traffic sometimes gets a little congested, with any big event. But that's something here, and especially with the Lebanon Police and the Wilson County Police, they know how to deal with the traffic due to the fair, so it's not an issue for them. And as far as, people getting unruly and stuff, 98% of our customers are families out, with their kids looking for a good time. We try to keep everything family themed over there. So we very, very seldom have any issues whatsoever.
Okay, now you mentioned you've got the area there around where the Midway is at the fair. That's kind of a special place for you.
Yeah, we call it Santa's Village, and basically it's a big circus tent. I think this year it's 14,000 square feet, so it's a large tent. And then in there you've got Santa Claus, you've got all kind of carnival foods, fried Oreos and all that kind of thing. There's pony rides, there's petting zoos, little kids rides, inflatables. Like I said, that's why our helicopter company is set up doing tours over the lights and the helicopter. They're there. So we have a lot of stuff, in addition to the lights that you can do.
All right, now, when you want to stop to do that, is there a place to park? What are the logistics concerning that tent and Santa?
Yeah, sure. Well, once you exit the actual lights, the path kind of directs you directly to the parking area of Santa's Village.
Okay.
So you just come in and the parking is there on the Midway where the rides are for the fair. And you can either just exit left out to Tennessee Boulevard or you can park. So we have plenty of parking there. As everybody knows, the Midway's pretty big over there.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got that all figured out. It must be just about as good as you can come up
Well,
with.
we think we do. Seems like every year we figure out after the fact a little better way to have done it. But it does flow pretty good. Like I said, that's one good thing about being at the Ag Center. There's plenty of room, lots of gates, lots of roads, lots of infrastructure there that make it pretty easy for us.
All right, now, I take it there's something for everybody, the children especially, but older people too, the different scenes, the different lights, the different things you see as you go through.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. We try to incorporate. One thing we've done different than a lot of people have done. We've got there's a lot of newer style Christmas music that's come out over the last few years. It's very upbeat, high tempo kind of stuff. We have a lot of that stuff, but we have tried to keep a lot of the old traditional, like the original version of Frosty, things that all age groups will know and be able to sing along with. And then a lot of the displays are not necessarily for kids. They're just, different designs, different displays. And with those old classic songs, they kind of hit with some of the older folks.
I think you had a veteran special at one time. Is that still good?
Well, we did. We always try to open on Veterans Day. Veterans have a special place in our heart over there. And if they don't do what they do, we don't get to do what we do. And so we always offer several days free. We did that from the 11th through the 15th. All veterans and their families were free. But we offer a $5 discount year-round. Just show your ID, and we always let them in. And then while we're on the subject of veterans real quick, we did do a 5K charity run this year, too. And we raised about $25,000 for the Wounded Warrior Project in one night over there, which was a good cause. So
$25,000.
Yeah, it was just under.
Good fundraiser.
Yeah, it was a good one night fundraiser, and you couldn't find a more worthy charity than helping the wounded vets, because that's something kind of gets lost sometimes. So that was a good event. So keep us in mind. We always do that every year. So keep us in mind for next year. If you missed that, that's a good chance to give back to some good guys.
All right, you do make some changes. What you get together, put your heads together, somebody comes up with an idea. How do you decide whether it's a good change to make? You got a committee?
Yeah, a committee of all my family that tells me where I'm wrong. Usually they end up being drawn out on a napkin at dinner, or a piece of paper off the dash of the truck, because we are a family-owned business based out of Tennessee, and my whole family works it. My mother and father have helped a lot. My wife and daughter are here every night. So it is a family deal, and we generally, somebody, like you said, just comes up with an idea, and we start scratching it out, and we have a small machine shop and a big workshop, and we make all of our own displays, and so if you can think it up, we make it ourselves, and that makes it where we can have some pretty unique stuff.
Is this kind of a year-round thing with you then?
Yeah, pretty much. We don't. By the time we get all the lights down, and you go home and make repairs to things that you need to make repairs to, build some new items, make some new plans. It seems like it's time to start putting them back up. So yeah, we do it year round.
Well, now is what you'll come up with next time? Is it just going to be an addition, or does it pretty much have to replace something? And if it replaces something, how do you decide what to do?
Yeah, honestly, there's a little bit of both. If something gets replaced, it's generally something that's been around a long time, and weather start to wear on it and stuff. So as stuff kind of gets 8 or 10 years old, we'll try to phase it out with something new. But we try to add a little bit each year, and we've got some future plans to try to expand the actual drive route over here. We've got some room to work with, and working with the Ag Center now, see if we can't, maybe in future years add a little bit length to the route to give us, maybe another 8 or 10 acres to cover up, and put some more displays.
Well, you mentioned the police, Lebanon Police, and the Sheriff's Department, so on. Are they out there visible most nights, or is it necessary, or you have some pretty long lines?
We have some, Saturdays and Christmas week. Other than that, it kind of manages itself. So we don't have a lot of issues. Like I said, you have a few peak days like everything that are a little nuts. But yeah, we usually generally every weekend and any day that we anticipate a crowd, we do have either one of those guys out there. We have the county operates, they kind of handle the Santa Village part for us. And then, of course, the city does all the traffic planning and all that stuff. And so it works out pretty well. And they're always around there somewhere. And being right behind the department doesn't hurt anything either. You can always get a quick response should you need something. But typically we have a plan in place before we start, and follow the plan seems to work really well, and we like the way that works.
All right, we got 2 minutes, so we kind of need to summarize what we've been talking about here. It's called the Dancing Lights of Christmas at the Ag Center, Wilson County. James E. Ward Fairgrounds. Everybody knows where that is.
Everybody knows where that is.
And it starts at 5 o'clock every day from now through January 1st.
That's correct.
January the 1st is your last day.
Yeah, that's the last night for the season. Yes, sir.
All right. And from 5 o'clock, I believe you said, till 10?
10 through the week and 11 on the weekends.
Okay. And it's $30 per vehicle. And you could, if you got a, I guess it's okay if you got a pickup truck with a bed on it to put 5 or 10 people in the back and all of them get in for $30.
That's correct. We see it all night, every night it seems. So as many as you can get in your vehicle, just do it safely. And that's all we ask. And you can bring as many as you like. And that's a big plus in today's economy for sure.
And what'd you say, 30, 40 minutes maybe to make it?
Yeah, that's a good average. Obviously, sometimes it takes longer, but 30 to 40 minutes is a good average.
And then over where the Midway is at the fair, you have, what did you call this?
We call it Santa's Village.
Santa's Village.
The big guy's there. He's every night. You can visit with him, get your picture made with him, and a lot of other fun stuff to do in there, too. So even if the weather's kind of dreary, that's all indoors. So weather really never kind of affects
Under
either.
a big tent?
Under a big tent. And it's so regardless of the weather, you can still enjoy everything we have over there.
Well, you really have something for everybody, young or old, in this.
Yes, sir.
And you got to say the price is right. $30 for a vehicle. And especially when you can get, if you got a big vehicle.
Yeah. You need you don't want one of those. You don't want to bring a golf cart through. You don't have enough room there. But if you got, and the other cool thing is you don't have to just bring your family. We see so many moms, like two moms and all their children, and a lot of families will get together that way because two families can enjoy it for basically the price of one. So it's a good setup, and we've tried to keep it affordable for everybody. We're trying to, the working middle class kind of mom and pop. That's kind of our bread and butter, and we've tried to keep it in a range that everybody can afford.
Mike Scalf, it's good to see you today. Thanks for
having me,
with us.
Coleman. I appreciate it.
That is it for the first half of Coleman and Company. Part 2 coming up, so stay with us here, FM 98.9.
Let's see what's happening on the roadways. It's all brought to you by our friends at Absolute Kubota, where premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 1506 West Main, 449-6171. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. They're trying to clear up this wreck over here on 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. All it did was aggravate all that traffic coming in from Rutherford County, and boy, did it ever. It's just crawling right now on 24 westbound around Walden Road. Talk about wrong place, wrong time. It just didn't time out right now. Here comes all that rush hour traffic leaving Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, trying to get up through this section of Davidson County on 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. Really heavy sometimes now on 65 southbound down through Millersville. Hey, Nash Painting is Middle Tennessee's #1 residential and commercial painters. These guys are the best. Check them out at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Do you know why Rocky Williams Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Mount Juliet sells so many cars, trucks, SUVs, and muscle cars? Well, it all starts with a simple idea. Why not give everyone a hassle-free shopping experience for their new or used vehicle with no haggling, no negotiating, and no runaround? Every vehicle on the Rocky Williams lot is marked down incredibly low with the price posted on the window. You're treated with fairness and respect every time. No pressure, just a friendly, warm, inviting staff dedicated to finding the exact vehicle you need. So Rocky Williams from your Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has become the original no-haggle, one-price dealer. Go online to RockyWilliams.com to see the incredible deals yourself. Every car and truck is listed with a no-haggle low price. This is for real, and you're gonna love it. People drive for miles to get some of the lowest prices in America on their new or used cars or trucks. Go to RockyWilliams.com or come on over to our brand new spacious dealership next to Walmart in Mount Juliet.
Contact Stephen Lowry Land Clearing for all your land clearing needs. Whether it's clearing trails for ATVs, reclaiming pasture, or clearing your land of brush and trees, Stephen Lowry can get the job done. He works closely with customers, adjusting to make changes as you want. Steve Lowry will give you quality work at a price that you can afford. He will also beat any written estimate. Call Stephen Lowry at 615-970-8154 for all your land clearing needs. That's Stephen Lowry Land Clearing, 615-970-8154.
This week at Nissan Stadium, there's been one game the Titans have had circled on their calendar as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. Titans countdown begins at 11. Then Mike Keith and Dave McGinnis call Titans and Bengals with a kickoff set for noon.
Brought to you by Fakes and Hooker, Bates Ford, Steve Mall Plumbing, The Jewelers, and the City of Lebanon Gas in Tennessee. 811, call before you dig.
This is Wilson County's home for real country music and the Tennessee Titans. Real Country 98.9.
It's pretty cold out there if you're heading to work or school this morning. Temperatures will be in the 20s and 30s. Look for a high of 51 later in the day with mostly sunny skies. And we won't be quite as cold overnight with a low of 28 degrees and cloudy skies. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm number one Ned.
Welcome to part 2 of Coleman and Company here on this kind of cold, sunny Monday morning. It's time for us to talk about Rocky Williams' premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet. Billy Mullinax is here as always. He's even here when I'm not here. Billy, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman. Yeah, I'd say it's brisk out there this morning.
Well, I started to say it's typical. It's typical winter weather. I don't know whether it's typical November. It doesn't usually we don't have a cold spell this often in November, this early in November. True. Although we're getting into November here. But sometimes I've known Thanksgiving to be this cold, but most of the time it's a little warmer than it is.
That's right.
But anyway, it's good to see you as always. And when Billy comes, we talk about no haggle pricing. And that means everybody pays the same great low price at Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet, 600 Pleasant Grove Road. Everything going well?
Going really good, Coleman.
Well, it's always good to have you and good to talk about Rocky Williams. Rocky, I don't know if he had this idea before he got you or not, but between the two of you, you have come up with this no haggle idea that's been working now for how many years?
He actually started it about a year before I started with him, Coleman. Okay. Started in 2011.
So it was his original idea?
Yes. Yes.
And you just joined the
I
team.
just joined right in. If it wasn't no haggle, I don't know that I would have got into this line. But
you didn't have any haggling in the restaurant business. You put the price and you paid it or less.
That's exactly right, Coleman. But it's just it's a great way to buy a vehicle and a great way to sell a vehicle to someone because, being non-commissioned, our salespeople are all non-commissioned, so they don't make more because you pay more. They just get paid per unit, and so they don't have the stress on them to try to sell you what's going to make the most money to pad their own pocket. Mm-hmm. They've just got your interest in the vehicle that fits your needs and fits within your budget and that you like in mind.
Well, really, the no haggle idea wouldn't work as well if salesmen were still paid commission on how much they could sell.
Well, they'd go broke just about, Coleman. Because we have to be very aggressive. We have to have volume to do what we do. Being a one price, no haggle dealer, it is very, very hard because you have to put a great price out there right off the bat. Because most people do start shopping online this day and time. So if you don't have a great price right out there, they won't ever even look at you. And where we don't have the ability to negotiate and don't want to negotiate, we can't say, well, okay, this other dealer is $200 more. Well, we'll knock it down $300. Just come by it. We don't have that ability to do that. Right. So it puts us in a little bit at a disadvantage in some ways, not being able to do that, but it's a great position for the customers because they get a great price right off the bat. They don't have to do anything to get that price.
Well, we want to remind everybody, as we do each Monday at this time, that they can see the entire inventory of new and pre-owned cars at RockyWilliams.com.
Might even see your neighbor there, Coleman.
RockyWilliams.com. A lot of people start there with their shopping. and you have your entire inventory there, which is what I really like. I guess you update it almost daily.
Daily.
Yeah. And so you've got the no haggle price right there, and if that's all you want, you don't have to leave any information, which is another thing that's different from a lot of your competitors.
Well, that's exactly right, Coleman. We're proud of our no haggle price. We post it on our website. You don't have to wonder, can I get a lower price? Can I get a better price? If I send my information, are they going to give me a better price? You know that is our best price.
About the only way you're going to get a better price is if you happen to qualify for some rebate that has not been figured into the price. And there's some categories of people who get a special rebate with Chrysler. So if they get them, you want them to have it. And so in that way, they might beat that. But that's, as far as I understand, that's the only way.
That's the only way, Coleman. If there are classifications, people, if they're members of certain groups or certain credit or financing through certain banks, that they may be eligible for certain rebates from the manufacturer. It's not from us, but from the manufacturer. We don't include those rebates in our pricing, as some people do. We only include rebates that everybody in the Southeast Business Center would qualify for.
Okay, this Thursday's Thanksgiving.
We will be closed.
You will be closed one day.
One day.
And back on Friday.
Back on Friday.
Black Friday, a good day?
Yes. Yes, it is.
You look for a lot of customers.
We're looking for a lot of people to be there, Coleman.
Whether it's new or used.
We'll have our fish tank cleaned.
It's something for the children especially to come and enjoy.
Yep, it is.
All right. What else you got for us before we go this morning?
Well, just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we certainly all have a lot to be thankful for and should be. And, when you look at, regardless of what you think of our country here, we're still the most blessed country in the world. And we should be thankful for that. And certainly living in the area that we're living in, we live in a wonderful place.
It's great to be alive and in Tennessee.
That's exactly right, even if they did lose Saturday.
Well, Mayor Hutto is probably going to have something to say about that this morning.
Yeah.
Well, Billy, it's always good to see you. We'll do it again next Monday if all goes well, so have a great one.
Thanks, Coleman.
Okay. Billy Mullinax, General Manager for Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet, 600 Pleasant Grove Road. 19 before the hour, Mayor Randall Hutto, good morning.
Morning, Coleman. And I'll tell you,
I know, being the UT fan that you are, a little disappointed with Saturday night. I'll tell you what, I think most all of us are probably the most disappointed about is the quarterback getting hurt. And I watched nearly all of that game. I doubt I missed hardly any plays. And it just, but for him to go down and apparently wasn't hit is one of those things that just an accident that put him out for the. Is he a senior?
He is a senior.
Oh, then he's played his last game for the Volunteers. He's out for the season. No doubt you're going to a bowl game after the Vanderbilt game, and you just have to go with play with the hand you're dealt. But certainly feel for him. I hope that his injury is one that's repairable and he can make it in the pros.
Sure enough, he's a class act. I've watched him all year, and he just has always seemed to have a good attitude. And I heard some stuff about him last night at a Thanksgiving deal I was at about how he is off the field and what kind of leader he was outside the locker room. And so that was remarkable to hear about that. But you really hate it. Life is like that sometimes. It just deals you a bad hand, and that was tough. But he had a great year for sure, and left his mark on University of Tennessee. And probably the second worst thing for me and Mike both, Coleman, was that you're not on assignment right now. It would have been good coming this morning if you'd been on assignment and we didn't have to deal with you. But I'm sure Mike will feel the same way in the morning.
Well, I heard that now Tennessee's only a 15.5-point favorite over Vanderbilt.
I tell you, Vandy's won 2 big ball games, I guess, recently, and it'll be tough in Nashville, either way you look at it right now.
MJ's Florida Gators Saturday afternoon, and she was there to see the game.
Yeah,
And I had a text from somebody Saturday night what to give her this morning. I can't say it on the air. But he's a friend of yours, too. He may not be anymore. Mayor, I know you always have a lot to tell us. I don't want to take up more of your
No, it's
time.
good.
Mike will be here tomorrow, and I'll get to do it all over again.
You get to do it again. Well, I do want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving at the very beginning, and we do have lots to be thankful for. And I'll probably talk about a little bit of that as I go through some stuff that we got today. I would like to take this opportunity to invite you and MJ and all your team out here, as well as those people that listen to you loyal every week to come to our open house that we have on December the 8th from 4 to 6 o'clock. It's in our office there where we just invite people to come over and have some refreshments. I pay for the refreshments. It's not coming out of taxpayer dollars, along with a lot of other ladies that really pitch in and help cook things that are some tradition stuff, like Rachel Warren will have some the chicken salad that she always brings, and there's a few others. Jim Kittle will bring some things as well, and so it's good. Brooke and Sarah, Susan, Christy, Willie, and Robert, they all do a great job of helping us put this on. So we send invitations out to some people that we got, but really it's open for anybody that would love to come, and so invite them December the 8th, 4 to 6 o'clock, come and go thing. Looking back on this month, Coleman, and again, a busy month as always. I do want to mention the passing of Miss Pat Clymer, longtime educator of Wilson County. She actually hired me as a head boys basketball coach here at Lebanon High School. I was hired to teach there first by WA, but she actually gave me the opportunity to be a head coach. And a long time ago, I used to mow her yard for her and her mom when they lived beside the Lebanon police station today. Yeah. So we do go back a little ways, but sure, I'm sorry about her passing, but she definitely left a legacy here in Wilson County. Did the state of the county for Mount Juliet Crye-like, and again, for anybody that would like for me to come and do that and get an update on the county, I'd be glad to do that. Just call our office, and we'll make that happen. County Health Fair was a tremendous hit this time. Holly Taylor and all of her group did a great job of that. We had had a chance to go again and speak. They called me back. It's called Nashville Day Storytelling Regional Government Day, where they have several leaders down there, and they invite a few people to come and talk. And I was on the panel with John Ray Clemens, which is also from Wilson County, but as a legislator. But just got to tell the story of Wilson County and what's been going on here, and been honored to do that. And I think it's an honor for Wilson County to be highlighted in that story.
Well, it is, but there's a lot to tell that's been going on here for sure.
Sure enough, and just glad that people recognize that and notice that. Taste of Wilson County was a hit. Of course, Melody Mentor and her team always do a great job. I was a little disappointed Veronica Bender won over top of me in that. And, and recently in those, we'd get a wooden stick that had a little metal plate on it that said Grill Master. This year they gave away, I think, $1,000 grill, which, that was really, I'm happy for Miss Bender, but disappointed.
You'd love to have it.
I'd love to have the grill, yeah. Got a chance to go serve at the Mount Juliet Senior Citizens fundraiser. They have the spaghetti dinner, always good. A lot of good people that come that way, and they do a good job there. Another little treat, Bethany Harrison, that worked in our office for quite some time, was in a play at the Capitol Theater down here that Bob Black and his Pam, of course, rejuvenated for us. She was in the play called Into the Woods. And I only say that because, again, here is got a chance to go see her, which was a good time for me, and then, but as well as the Capitol Theater, another blessing that we have in the county here to be able to go and do. Fellowship of Christian Athletes had a banquet. Philip Fullerman was there to speak at that, and I got to see a longtime friend, Steve Robinson, which was the head of FCA. But it was a good day, and same time we had the Fair Appreciation Night was going on at the very same time. But the good thing about it was in the expo, and so I could go back and forth, and that made it good. But again, another blessing, the expo. It's in its 6th year. I don't know if people realize that or not, but we're fixing to do another study. We did a study, after the first 3 years, ended up in the black, of course, paying its bond and its a daily routine. And so I hope I will see the same thing again this time when we do that. But that is a good thing for Wilson County. Wilson County's birthday was 223 years this last month. The Urban Boundary Growth Committee meetings continue to meet. Just to give people an update on that, Urban Growth Boundary Committee meets, and we do that normally every 10 years after the census comes out. And so the citizens, so the committee can, according to what the city wants to do, widen their boundary growth. Now, what does that really mean? All that means is that's the area that they look at that one day could be annexed into the city. A long time ago, that really made a difference because the cities could go out and annex land. Today, they can't. The law has changed, so only people that request to be annexed could be annexed by going in front of the commission to have that done. Now, the commission could still, or the city council could turn you down on that. So what we do is we meet, we identify an area that the boundary growth may grow. In this case, Watertown is going to grow up 70 going towards Alexandria a little bit. Lebanon is not going to increase theirs at all. Mount Judith's actually going to grow north and south. What will happen with that is that now over the next couple of months, there'll be several public hearings that people would need to pay attention to go, that if you don't want to be in that or you oppose that, then you can go and speak on that. So the public hearings will be one way, so look for those in the paper. The second thing is that urban boundary growth will have to be passed at the city level, City of Watertown, City of Lebanon, City of Mount Juliet, and the county commission. All four of those have to agree to pass it before it actually goes to the state to be ratified. So again, you'll have another opportunity if you choose to not do so or not want to be a part of that. Right. Being in the urban boundary growth does not require you to pay any extra taxes or anything of that nature. They just does make that area that if the development happens in there have to go to their planning commissions for some suggestions or ordinances they would like to see you follow, because one day you could become a part of their city.
Taxes would only come once it's annexed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
sir.
not until.
Yes, sir.
Are we ready for a break?
If you want
I'm
to take
ready.
one.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'll take one. Yes, sir.
Okay. County Mayor Randall Hutto is here. More coming up on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And at 7:50, let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota, where premium brands require premium parts and service. Contact Absolute Kubota's Elite Certified Service Department to schedule an appointment. 1506 West Main, 449-6171. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. They're cleaning up an earlier wreck coming up through the Hickory Hollow area there on 24 westbound and Hickory Hollow Parkway. Boy, did it back up traffic into Rutherford County. It's caused a couple of more minor wrecks behind it. Again, it's struggling right now on 24 westbound. As you come out of Rutherford County, headed towards Davidson County, it's starting to pick up now the traffic volume 65 south there at Vietnam Beds. Princess Hot Chicken is catering during the holiday season. Check out the menu today online at princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Jeff Gannon, and we'll help you make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds, because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call me, State Farm agent Jeff Gannon in Lebanon or Mount Juliet today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Mayor Rick Bell.
And I'm Sarah Haston, your Economic Development Director for the City of Lebanon.
And we're asking each of you to shop Lebanon this Christmas season.
Are you ready for the hustle and bustle, Mayor?
Absolutely. 'Tis the season, and I'm ready to get everyone checked off my list by shopping Lebanon and shopping small.
Well, it's definitely important to support our Lebanon business community.
Indeed. Our Lebanon businesses are the backbone of our community, and they support us all year.
That's right. Let's show some local love at Christmas. We are asking everyone to commit to give back by shopping your local retailers here in Lebanon.
Have a Merry Christmas from all of us at the City of Lebanon.
The Dancing Lights of Christmas is back for our 13th annual celebration of the magical Christmas season with new lights and new music so you can create some new Christmas memories. For 2.5 miles, your family will be captivated as you watch over 2 million lights dance perfectly in sync to rockin' Christmas tunes, all from inside the comfort of your own vehicle. Stop by and see Santa as he returns with the largest Santa's Village ever. And be sure to check out our helicopter rides over the lights. 5 p.m. nightly at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. The Dancing Lights of Christmas.com.
Coleman and Company, our final segment here on a Monday morning, frosty Monday morning. But by Thanksgiving, Thursday, they're saying it's going to be maybe in the 60s and not rain till the afternoon. So we're looking forward to a great Thanksgiving. Mayor Hutto's here. Continue.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I will try to speed it up a little bit. Summit had a groundbreaking over there behind Bojangles for a new surgery center. We just had one probably 3 or 4 weeks ago before that with Dr. Cornelius with another surgery center behind that. So that corridor is really turning out to be what people planned it to be a long time ago, and that is a good thing. Had a chance to welcome the North Middle Tennessee Workforce Development Board to the TCAT Center here this last month. Again, another blessing to have a TCAT Center that a lot of people, I guess, don't have or take advantage of or take for granted. Veterans program was a good program this time. We had a little rain to deal with early, but it worked out well. Bill Moss and his group did a fantastic job. Tony Dedman also had had a veterans program at the TCAT Center that I had a chance to go and be a part of. And then Jerry McFarland and Terry Ash, along with the Wilson Warriors, unveiled the Maneuversman monument there, which really was a nice addition to the Veterans Plaza. We appreciate all their work for that.
And let's give Woody McMillan kudos for coming and had a nice speech. And I've known Woody for a long time. Got to see him again.
It is good. He's a Watertown fella, and enjoyed that. And of course, the doc got to come in, and Dr. Robertson made a great speech as well. I enjoy listening to him. He's full of wisdom, of course. And Wilson Rides got a $16,000 check from the Mount Jewett Breakfast Rotary Club for Wilson for their endeavors, and thanks to Rob Porter and Galen Wilson and all of those for making that happen. I had a chance to meet with the new JECDB director, Corey Johns, and had a good talk there. Look forward to his future endeavors as he takes on the JECDB.
Yeah, we've got to get him out here as soon as I can.
Yes, sir. And then welcome the Women of Ag to the East-West building for the Ag Extension meeting that they have, and it was good to see several of them there in agriculture that was working. And, you know, I want to take this opportunity before I tell you what's on the commission meeting tonight, just to thank all the people in Wilson County that help our citizens in a time of need. And I say that, you know, sometimes I think people will go and think, well, you're talking about Compassionate Hands and the Brooks House, and no question, those are very good. But I think we live in a county that and life is not always easy. We just talked about the hooker boy that played quarterback, you know, that all of a sudden life attacked him in a different way. And we have those situations that happen to people in Wilson County, but I think our people, from everything I can tell, are always good about reaching out and helping others here. We live in a special county that we know each other, and we help take care of our own. So I appreciate the people that do that in the various organizations, but I think we just do it as a friendly neighbor that you don't have everywhere in this country.
I want to agree with you, and I know there's been a couple of house fires here lately where people, in one family, I think, lost everything, and another one nearly everything, and that our heart goes out to them.
Yeah, good. So we have good folks here, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank them for that. Really quick on the commission meeting tonight, Wilson County Tennessee State Fair Promotions Group will be there tonight at 6 o'clock to kind of explain how promotions work, where the money goes, and how they operate. And so that'll be at 6 o'clock. I think they're going to provide some refreshments for our commissioners. Anybody's welcome to come and listen to that would love to do that. Commissioner Danny Clark will have the prayer and pledge for tonight. There is one on the consent agenda for the county clerk to transfer some funds for a web hosting site that they have. There'll be one special recognition tonight, and I'll let Mike tell you about that one tomorrow. All right. There is an issue where a dog tag recognition that Sarah Davenport has been a part of tonight, and to let Mike tell you about that tomorrow a little bit as well, but honoring our veterans that are on the commission and giving them a dog tag on a tree that's in the veterans office. The appointments tonight, JECDB positions, will have three really. Commissioner Beth Bowman, Commissioner Glenn Denton, and Mr. Caleb Thorne will be added to the JECDB board according to the positions of the field that they're on. Board of Equalization alternate, Ms. Pat Fields will take on that one. Adult-oriented establishment board, something I have to do every 4 years. 5 members on that, Commissioner Chad Bernard, Commissioner Glenn Denton, Ms. Cindy Gibbs, Ms. Pat Fields, and Mr. Jonas Taylor. We have in resolutions, we have the first resolution deals with ARP. We had designated, we said in our last one, which was a mistake, that we were giving $1 million to the Stormwater Department from the ARP, but really it was only $500,000, so we'll make that correction tonight. The capital project line item transfer to correct a line that they have in motor vehicles on that one. The county attorney's asked for more funds for legal notices and court reporters for a lot of depositions he's been doing lately. The county clerk could move a part-time to a full-time position to take care of all the passports that they're having to do at this time in the day. Finance will ask for a transfer to cover some membership dues because as our population goes up, all of our organizations that we are part of, they charge you membership based on your population, so we're having to move some money for that. Health Department to grant an increase in salary in a line item transfer. Really, that's no money out of our pocket. The Health Department is run through the county, but is supplied funds by the state. So when we had the pay study and our people's salaries went up, they had to move their salaries up as well. So that's just kind of a internal transfer that needed to happen. Register of Deeds are going to also move a part-time to a full-time employee. Tourism, we're going to receive an ARP grant for $255,000, which is free money for us, of course. WEMA has several here. They have one they want to transfer and deposit into the patient charges, some money that they receive. That has to be done on a line item transfer as well. They want to transfer some the money out of reserve fund to a spendable line item to do some equipment for the new dispatch center that they have some equipment going in. WEMA will set up some funds also for a new all the new equipment that's going to be going into Station 10 and Station 3, so they're putting some money to do that. WEMA also want to take some money out of fund balance, which also came from ARP, going to put automatic CRP devices in all of their vehicles, which is that manual CRP device, which you don't have to do. In other words, if the person can't do it, this machine will do it for you, which is a good thing for those that if they have to go for a long period of time. Got two more, Coleman, and I'll get out of here. WEMA is going to purchase a ladder truck, so there'll be a ladder truck in the county. And, of course, there's one education budget amendment, and that will conclude our meeting tonight.
Well, we got a minute and 20 seconds. Okay. What about Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving will be good. Of course, we have family over, and I'm sure you will do that as well. And
yeah, hopefully. I believe county employees get 2 days off, don't they?
Yes, sir. Get Thursday and Friday off. Right. So the office will be closed.
Both those days. Just remind everybody of that. If you got anything needs to be done, do it by Wednesday or wait till next Monday. But that's great. What about, I should ask you this. Convenience Center is a place we all use just about. It's closed a little more, isn't it?
Same time, Thursday and Friday as well.
Thursday and Friday.
And I know that puts an inconvenience on people, but of course they are county employees and feel like they deserve some time off too, yes.
And we probably don't appreciate them as much as we should. But the convenience centers are really wonderful. And I don't know what we'd do if we didn't have them.
They definitely, we notice it, or everybody knows it when they're closed for sure.
Well, have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for coming out each month. Appreciate your visit. You bring us a lot of information, and what you don't get, hopefully Mike gets the next day. And we'll see him tomorrow in this time slot. Mike Jennings, our county attorney. Mayor Randall Hutto, thanks again. And we'll say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. But as I always close out on a Monday, I wish you a magnificent day.